and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If it is your first time joining us, welcome. Please do stay, do subscribe, and become a part of the ZeeX family. As I am sure you guys can see by the title of today's video, today we are going to be laying, slaying, melting, annihilating this wig that I got from ISEE Hair. It is honestly 10 out of 10, one of my favorite wigs. Honestly guys, what is this color? What do I mean? What am I saying? What's the meaning? While we are laying and slaying this beautiful wig, I will be giving you guys part 2 of the assumptions video that I did last week. If you haven't already, please go watch that video first so that you guys understand this video a little bit more. I'm gonna leave it in the cards right now so you guys can check that out. I'm gonna be reacting to some of your assumptions about South African influencers and YouTubers. You guys are always spicy as usual. It's nothing different, it's always the same. This is the last part of the video, so I hope you guys really enjoy it. If you haven't already, I just want to know why you haven't subscribed to my channel. I don't really understand it. Become a part of the ZeeX family. I promise you it's lit on these ends. But without further ado, let's get straight into this video. Okay guys, before we get into all the nitty-gritties about what you guys have to say about South African influencers and YouTubers, I'm going to be telling you guys a little bit about this hair. So this hair is from a company called ISEE Hair. Thank you so much to them for sponsoring this video. They sent me this wig. It came as a 613 blonde wig, and I did dye it, or rather I didn't dye it, I already toned it myself. I did this by using purple shampoo. I literally just took the hair, I soaked it in purple shampoo, and then it came out like this. I'm gonna go get the shampoo so that you guys can see. I got this shampoo from Dischem really. I'm absolutely obsessed with this color, guys. This is gonna be me. Oh, in summer, I'm giving you guys every single color you can think of. So this hair is from ISEE and it is in the length 12 inches. It came as 12 inches. All that I did was really to cut off the ends. You guys will know, or if you guys watched my last vlog, you guys will know that it did come not in this blunt cut. It came sort of like staggered, and so I ended up just cutting it because I don't really like that look, especially for short hair. Overall, I just want to say that I absolutely love this hair. I love working with this company. I love the fact that the hair, the 613 hair, even though it has been processed so much, it didn't lose its softness, it didn't lose its shine, it didn't lose its body. I really appreciate that about this hair. I love the fact that the frontal did come a little bit pre-plucked. I felt like it was a little bit pre-plucked. I didn't have to do that much to the frontal, which is really great, especially if you're a beginner, because you won't have to do too much customizing yourself. You really don't have to do any if you're not that finicky about your hair, and if you just want to put baby hairs in the front, it doesn't really matter. This is going to be the perfect wig for you. 10 out of 10 recommend, honestly guys. I'm going to leave all the information down below, so definitely check out ISEE Hair. Definitely check out my Instagram. I'm going to be posting some images with this beautiful hair, so definitely check me out, check them out, and let's get straight into this video. Alright guys, we're gonna get straight into this video. I'm so sorry about my nails not having the tips on. I feel like they look so, like, I don't even know. But anyways, this is the wig that I'm gonna be showing you guys. Are you guys ready for this? Are you ready for this? It is this beautiful platinum blonde hair that I actually toned, and I cut it myself. I'm very proud of myself, guys, because I'm usually not good at these types of things. I did kind of mess up in the sense that I overtoned the hair in some places. I don't know if you guys can see, but like here in the front you can see that there's a little bit of a purple tinge. I'm sure you guys can see that. And on this side as well, there's a little bit of purple in the front of the hair, but like it's nothing too hectic. And I did hear that if I wash it out a few times it will come up, but I'm not going to sit there washing my hair like 15 times in a row. I had to go and take screenshots on my burner phone, guys. If you guys see this phone looking crusty, I'm really sorry. It's literally the ghetto. The first assumption here is that you have to have money to be an influencer. So I really am keen on debunking this myth, because I personally don't believe that you need to have money in order to be considered influential. I feel like the two are definitely, you can be influential and then you can have money. It doesn't mean you need to have money to be influential. Like, that's not a 2 and 2 thing. Like, I don't even get why you guys think that that is a thing. I guess it is because maybe in South Africa we have like this sort of standard, or there's a lot of people who are considered influencers because of things like the way that they dress, which you can only afford if you are rich, or the type of makeup that they use, or that they have like copious amounts of makeup. But also consider the fact, guys, that not everyone, you don't have to be a beauty influencer, you don't need to be a fashion influencer. Like, it depends what your niche is. I feel like if you're trying to go into something that's more materialistic like makeup or fashion, I still low-key don't think you need to have money, because you can do things like affordable fashion reviews, you can do affordable makeup, and that doesn't require you to be rich. It just requires you to sort of budget for those things as opposed and sacrifice other things, but not necessarily rich. Like, I personally myself am not rich, and I feel like, you know, I am influential to some degree, and I really don't, I'm not rich. Like, I'm really not rich. I'm just gonna add some of my foundation to the bottom. I'm actually doing my thesis on influencers and influencer marketing, and specifically the beauty influencers. It's really like interesting to see how many people will not relate to an influencer because they feel like this influencer has a lot of money and now I can't relate to them. While doing that research, it became apparent to me that you honestly don't need to have money, guys, to do this thing. Just be yourself. People love that. People want to relate to the people that they follow and things like that. So please, guys. The next one says, very few get paid their worth. I have so much to say on this, but like, I'm gonna keep it cute. I honestly don't feel like brands want to pay a lot of the time. It really makes me a little bit ill. Even when you do have the stats to back up your prices, and there are so many people who have such high engagement that it's like, why do brands not want to pay them their worth? They don't take into consideration things like this. Do you know how many people watch this person's story? Do you know how many people like this person's post? Do you know how many people care about what this person has to say? And that, my friend, is influence. Of it, I obviously don't know everyone's experience, but I have found that a lot of the time, big brands don't want to pay. Another one here says, pretty privilege is a thing. Some YouTubers have SHIT content, but make it because they're beautiful. Again, I think I did touch on this in the other part of this video, but guys, I don't want us to make this seem like it's something that is exclusive to influencers. I feel like this is in any industry where it's like very much to do with your aesthetics. Pretty privilege has always been a thing. It's not gonna stop being a thing just because now it's influencers. So I don't really understand why that's even a topic. Like, duh, like, approachable. I feel like I'm quite approachable personally, and I also really feel like there are quite a few who are. However, I will never rule out the fact that there are loads of influencers who probably aren't as approachable. I feel like it's easier for me as a YouTuber also because I feel like the people who like interact with me the most, obviously, and like, I just feel like I interact with my subscribers so much, and like, we're in a community as a sort, we're in the ZX family. I feel like it would be weird for me if I saw people and then I was like acting brand new. I think that would ruin the whole thing of us being in it. Like, how can I come here and saying that we're all in the ZX family, and then when I see you guys in real life, it's like, buzz off. I think that is the difference between a YouTuber and an influencer. For example, like an Instagram influencer and a YouTuber. I feel like the fundamental difference is that we sort of build our own little communities on YouTube, and it becomes like you buy into that person wholeheartedly, their personality, all of that. Whereas on Instagram, it's just like the pictures of them. A lot of them maybe are not as sociable. They don't really like to show their personality and all of that stuff. And you obviously can't tell that from a picture. On YouTube, you can tell the type of person that I am. You guys would know like how to approach me in real life. Like, it'd be like type of thing. So I feel like that is the fundamental difference. I look insane, but the next one is growth takes longer in some parts of the countries compared to the 3 major cities: Cape Town, Johannesburg, and Durban. I honestly can't say too much about this because I don't really know, but what I will say is that I have noticed that obviously some of the most prominent huge, I'm not gonna say YouTubers, but influencers rather, are from those bigger cities. I think it is just a thing also of like, for example, when I lived in Cape Town, there just weren't as many opportunities as there are, say, in Joburg, and that is why I also feel like a lot of people do end up moving to Joburg because the opportunities are just better. Like living in you know, other cities just makes it a little bit harder. For example, they only really have big events in your bigger cities. They and that is a really good way to network. How are you going to network if you're not in the city type of thing? How are you going to attend the events if you're not in the city? It's not every day fly out for a small event. But I do want to say that I don't think you should feel that discouraged by that. It is going to make it much harder, I will say, but I just feel like anybody who puts in the effort and is trying their hardest to make beautiful content, you can be in anywhere in the world. Even if you look at American YouTubers, a lot of them end up moving, I mean, YouTubers and influencers, a lot of them end up moving to your LA and your bigger cities like your New York. I feel like in every single like place there is sort of that hub where everything takes place. I don't think it's unique to South Africa. Fun fact about me, guys, my blow dryer died. Like, it literally said, so I need to get a new one. So we just have to wait for this thing to dry. But luckily we have assumptions. The next one is that this is from the same person. She says parents will ask, what do you do for a living? If one is a face, I don't know, she said FT influencers. I don't know what that is. I think she meant IG, I don't know, or / YouTuber. Personally, I think it is like that because I feel like my mom doesn't understand where I get my money from. She's like, I literally, you make the videos and then what happens next? You make videos and then what? So I get it. I feel like, I don't know, I can't speak for everyone because obviously like I only know my own personal situation. But my mom, it's hard for her, and I'm sure a lot of other black parents specifically to understand, because a lot of the time they grew up with very limited opportunities. They had to be like, you had to be this or you had to be that or you had to be that. Like, they weren't like, you can't be all these, they weren't like endless opportunities, obviously, because a lot of our parents grew up in the apartheid era. So they didn't have all of these options and the social media, and they didn't grow up with social media and all of that stuff. So it's hard for them to wrap their heads around what we are doing right now. But for me, I get it because it doesn't even come from like a bad place. I never take it like as an offense a lot of the time, because I'm like, I get it. Like, she only got Facebook like a few years ago, so I get it. I always feel like parents, what they want to see is that you're able to live sustainably, you are able to make money, you're able to put food on the table, you're able to live the life that they envisioned for you. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like once that they see that you're doing something and you're not doing it to jail, like you're not just doing it to pass time as a whatever thing, I think that is when they tend to take you more seriously. There's this one that is similar to one that I answered in the other part of the video, but it says they think there's not enough room for other people, hence they don't share tips or other things. And the other one was just talking about how we never share tips, and I said that is a lie. But for this one, I think I honestly do think there are people who have this misconception about let's not share things because you know, there isn't going to be enough room, they're going to take my shine or whatever. Like, it's nothing that shocks me, again, because as I always say, you need to think about influencers and the influence industry like you would, in a sense, like you would any other workplace. Like, when you go to jobs and stuff like that, do you get your colleagues telling you like every single cheat sheet about the job? If you guys are doing the same job and you're gunning for the same promotion or the same like whatever it is, are they going to sit there and give you a play-by-play of how they do everything, so that when it comes time for, you know, somebody to pick an influencer or pick somebody to come onto their brand, they're like, oh, these two people are so similar, what is the point, you know, of choosing this person? If let's say this person has less, like their rate card is less expensive, they're gonna be like, oh, let's just go for this person, because I mean they pretty much do the same thing anyways. For me personally, I am of the notion that, you know, I'm me, you're you, we're never gonna do things the same. This is the ZeeXOnline energy. No, I'm joking, but for real, I am of the thought that, you know, in as much as y'all were both influencers, we may both do makeup or whatever the case may be, we're not gonna do it the same. We don't have the same personality. I'm very secure in what I have to offer. I do kind of get when people, you know, aren't willing to share the intimates of how they run their businesses, and I don't feel like it's fair to ask them. I would get why someone wouldn't want to answer that type of question, because at the end of the day, this is a business. It's a dog eat dog world, guys. Every man for himself and God for us all. Yo guys, look at this lace. Do you guys see? Guys, this actually looks like it's my hair. Do you guys see that? I actually have just shocked myself. They don't do it for the love and creativity. It's all about the bag. Guys, let me tell you, like for me personally, the people that only do it for the bag, you know why? Because of the fact that you will not last. Let me tell you, this is not pap and place. I realize a lot of people think that YouTube is pap and place, and it's not. It's literally not that pap and place thing. YouTube is a lot of work. Influencing is a lot of work. Taking time to create content. Like, you have to put a lot of work in. There are easier ways to get a bag. This one is way more unguaranteed. It's freelance work. You don't know, this month you may be getting a bag, next month maybe not. I really don't think most influencers are doing it for the bag, and I feel like those that are just doing it for the money, you guys will see it very soon, and those people don't usually last, because when you start to realize all of the hard work and the effort that goes into creating content, it's not worth it. Like, you would rather just do a 9-to-5 or do something where you are guaranteed to get a certain amount of money every single month. Like, anyways guys, I literally look like your favorite granny, but I love how much this lace melted. I don't understand. It looks like this hair is coming out of my actual head. I have to stand, and I didn't do anything like bleach the knots or anything, obviously, because it was 613 hair. I didn't do anything to this hair. I plucked it like a little bit. I did the lightest of work. Okay guys, so this is how the hair looks after I've glued it down on all sides. I think it looks so good. I'm impressed with myself. I'm just gonna go through with my straightener for a couple passes just to make sure that everything lays straight. I was trying to curl this side the other day, so it has a little bit of a wave to it. So we're gonna fix that with my Safeway straightener. I got this from Clicks. The next assumption is they don't have to pay for anything because press drops and trade exchanges. Okay, I'll let you all know that personally, I do have to pay for a lot of things still. Like, and as much as yes, we get not trade exchanges, but press drops and things like that, I do find that I do still have to buy a lot of stuff. It does generally help getting things sent to you through a press drop, as I already mentioned in the other part of the video, is bomb. But I mean, if for example I'm running out of foundation, or I'm running out of a specific lip gloss, I'm not going to go and email Avon and be like, babe, please can you send me more lipstick, my lipstick's running out. I find that's a little bit weird. I buy my own stuff. If I have a trade exchange this month and I really like it and I want to carry on using the product, I normally just buy it myself. Like, I wouldn't ever just wait for something to be given to me if I really want it. Like, that doesn't make any sense to me. Guys, I just saw one that triggered me here. It says, brands take time to pay. If I talk, yay guys, brands take their time. They will tell you they are gonna pay you on this day. You will not smell that money sometimes for months afterwards, and it's so bad. Which I recently watched one of Sibu's videos, and he was talking about the use of like having payment terms in your invoices, and that is so important, because honestly, they will take you for a ride if they don't know that there are consequences to not paying you on time. So those things are really important. They always rush you to do the work. When it's time for the work to come out, but when it's time to pay, you lose all the energy. Like, where's all the energy you had when you wanted your work? Like, don't lose energy. And a lot of them, oh, they forget. And that's the thing about influencer stuff. Like, you can't budget. You can never really say you have money unless it's in your account. That is one thing that I've had to learn, is like, don't make plans for money that you don't have, because you can only make plans for it when it's showing the FNBF. Guys, are you not living for this hair though? Can you tell me you aren't living for it? I literally tried to cut and make it a blunt cut. On this side, I don't think I did a good job. but I tried. I'm gonna even it out at some stage. Not today, but this assumptions video. I will just be answering one more, and it says being a YouTuber is just a little hobby. I just want to let you know that if you don't already know, YouTubers are doing amazing for themselves. Lots of people have taken, many people have taken YouTuber and lots of people have taken YouTube and made it their careers and have been very successful doing so, have made millions of dollars, and I honestly feel like it's definitely going to be that place for South African YouTubers as well. I feel like there are already South African YouTubers who are making big bank, maybe not millions, but money, which is a good start, and I feel like we're only going to go up from there. So I definitely think that if you want to take your YouTube channel seriously, do not feel discouraged to do so because people think that it's just a hobby. That's fine. It's a hobby to them. It doesn't have to be for you. It is whatever you make it. So if it is just going to be a hobby, it can be. If you want to make it something serious and make it something that is worth your time and your energy and your this, that, and the third, I think you are definitely in your realm to do that. If I want it to be a job today, it's going to be. If I want it to be a hobby tomorrow, it can be. Like, guys, we're in South Africa, alive with possibilities. Alrighty guys, unfortunately that is the end of this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Please go ahead and like this video if you guys enjoyed it. I would really like to know what you guys think. Please do not forget to subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys in my next video. I hope you guys enjoyed it once again. I love you all so much. Please do stay. You don't have to go. You don't have to go. Just go and watch the next video. You guys will see it in the next clip. But from me in this video, ta-ta for now.